Hello, I'm Dr. Rhoberta Shaler, the Relationship Help Doctor. And one of the things that I see in the many couples that I work with is there always seems to be an element of competition in relationships that aren't working well. That means that everybody is sort of out for themselves, wanting to get a little bit ahead, get a leg up, get an arm over, just wanting to always keep the scorecard intact and have it be even. And if there is a scorecard in your relationship, you are never going to be happy. It's something that always tears at you. It's always tension. It's always anxiety. There's always a sense of, how do I make it through this struggle? And I really want to invite you to give up the sense of competition. There is no competition in a relationship that works. You're not working against each other this way like two dogs with a bone. You should be sitting together with your partner and solving problems, being together where you're safe and comfortable and know that you're supported, not that you're about to be undermined. And if this is beginning to have some meaning to you, then I invite you to look at what's causing it. For many of us, when we were children, maybe we had many siblings, and the siblings were all vying for the attention of the parents. So who could do what better? Who could do it sooner? Who could garner the favor of mom or dad? And so we get into a pattern that allows us to build an idea that relationships contain competition, and that at some level that's the way you do it. But that's not very comfortable, is it? It's certainly not comforting. You always have to be on edge. You always have to have one eye open. And that's not what you get into a relationship for. At least I hope that's not what you got into a relationship for. Because what you really want is to have that one safe place. That one safe person who always has your back. Who's never looking to shoot you down. Who's never playing the gotcha game with you. Doesn't that sound better? Doesn't it sound like something you really want? I hope so. Many times people use sarcasm and they take pot shots and they blindside their partners. And that's because they don't have the communication skills or the conflict management skills to actually do something in a better way. In fact, in a more mature way. But until we get the skills, we don't know that. We're just doing what we know to do. So let's not get on each other's cases and make each other wrong for that. Let's acknowledge that we need better skills. That we maybe need to get some insights. When I wrote Kaizen for Couples, Smart Steps to Save, Sustain, and Strengthen Your Relationship, I put all my good stuff in there for you. I hope you'll read it because it will give you fresh insights and perspectives on how to have a relationship that really works, supports you, feels loving, feels respectful, and feels safe. You have to feel safe in your relationship with your partner. You don't want to be on guard. You don't want to be hypervigilant or even vigilant. You should be able to relax and say, I'm home. I'm in that one place where I can be sure that I'm safe. Now, if you are interested in building these things, know that it's not about saying that all that has happened to you so far was wrong or what you're doing is wrong. We just simply learn from our life. And sometimes we go, wow, I could do that better. I could just get a little learning, I could learn a few more skills, I could get a few more insights, and I would be able to do it better, and I would feel better about myself doing it. And that's what I'm really talking about. You know, when people come into counseling with me, and people do that all over the world through the magic of Skype, of course, they have some concerns, because aren't I doing it well enough? What does it mean coming into a counseling relationship? Isn't that sort of saying we're failing? No, strong people are the ones who come into counseling. They're saying, I believe in my relationship and I want something better. I want something that is secure and safe. And yes, some of them don't. Some of them get dragged kicking and screaming into my office, and they're a little bit under an ultimatum or a demand or a threat, and maybe they're hanging on by a thread in their relationship, and they just have to do it or they're going to lose something that's important to them. However that happens, it doesn't matter. It happens that they come and they're willing to learn some new skills. Because competition is difficult. You know how on edge you feel if you have to go to work and compete with other people every single day in order to keep your job. It's very wearing. It's exhausting. And it's really not what you envisioned for your life. So don't have that be what's happening at home for you. Remove the competition. Here's a couple of ideas for you. Sit down quietly and ask yourself, am I feeling this sense of competition? Do we have a tit-for-tat relationship? Really, is there a scoreboard that's going, well, you always do this and you never do that, and that kind of language is being used? Because those are indications that there's a competition going on, and it's not healthy. It doesn't help. It's unhealthy for each of you as individuals, and it's certainly unhealthy for the relationship. So take some quiet time and say, how am I contributing to this sense of competition? What am I doing? Am I insecure about something? Can I talk to my partner about that? Or do I need some help to talk with my partner in new ways? I'm Dr. Rhoberta Shaler, and the Relationship Help Doctor, and I'm here to help you. I hope we can work together soon if you find yourself in a competition rather than in a loving, supportive, safe relationship. Talk soon.